Yeah, in this video, I want to go through looking at how to use Adobe AfterFX, this is CS4, as a compression tool versus a motion graphics tool. So the very first thing that you have to do with anything that you want to compress, of course, is bring in the source materials. I'm going to bring in a few different files here. Let me bring in maybe a 60i and a 30p file so I can import those. Just drag them over into Adobe AfterFX and hopefully they will come up. If they do not come up, then it means that it can't read that file, of course. Fortunately, these do. I might bring in also, this is a AVI. Now notice that the AVI came up with that little thumbnail, and I can click on the different files and you'll see a little thumbnail and it will tell me more about the files, such as how long they are, how many frames per second for each one. This one is 30 seconds in length, 1440 by 1080, so it tells me the aspect ratio and everything else, and it tells me how the audio is done. So what you want to do, and before you can actually export these things, is you usually make a comp. Now you can go to File, and you might see Export, and you can actually export things directly from the file itself. But this doesn't give you maybe as many options for changing things as the other one does. So if I want to make a new comp for something, you can drag it down to the new comp icon, and that will actually make a new composition for that particular item. Now this item is the 30p. You can see that it is 30 seconds in length. One of the nice things about putting this in Adobe After Effects is that one of the things you might want to do is control, where your audio or your clip is going to be cut, the start and the end. So you can do that easily with B and the N keys. So I can easily just drag around these work areas as well to be able to say it will start at 3 seconds, possibly. I'll have that start there, and then it's going to end at 18. So that's only 15 seconds there. The next thing that we want to do is actually export this thing. So to export it, we go up to Composition, Make Movie, or Control M. This brings up the composition window here in a second after I've chosen a place to export this file to. And here's where things get a little crazy. I'm going to bring this window up to the top here so it's a little bit bigger. There we go. Now, the very first thing that we have are the render settings. This render settings allow me to do things like change the quality, the resolution, and how I want to do frame blending, whether or not I want to do field rendering off or on. It allows me to go to the output module and change a lot of things, such as the format that I want to use, such as if I decide that I want to use FLV. I chose FLV and it will come up with a new window which has other options that I might want. Now I can use presets that exist, so I'm going to use the, I guess, medium video flash 8. Let's see what we get for that. The video codecs we have in here are the On2 VP6 and the Sorensen Spark. We have alpha channels if we need them. We can change whether or not we use constant bit rate or variable bit rate, how many passes that we use. Right now it's only set to 1. We can have some other options down here about quality. We can change our audio settings to our bit rate, and it looks like we can even push this to a server. As soon as you hit OK, there's some other options that you have here. If you go to Format Options, you can actually change the same information. I'll click OK. That particular setting, I'm going to make a template by going to the bottom. And what I have currently actually has all those settings, so I can call this FLV 600K BPS. And then I'm ready to click on Render and output that.